What's good, my man of society? It is your host with the most, Shadowlog, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to talk about was, what I've been getting asked is, apparently there was an incident with a YouTuber named Norbies. Altercation happened with him and another YouTuber, allegedly. Now, I have seen the videos and stuff like that, but just for, certain purposes, we're not going to say who this YouTuber is, right? But who people are alleging this YouTuber to be that he had this conflict with, right? But apparently Norbies had went to the individual's place of work and, was looking to quote-unquote talk, right? But here's my point of view on it. And you know me. I only call it how it is. I don't pick no sides. I don't really care if people choose one side or the other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know these individuals for me to be, cheerleading for them and stuff like that, right? So I'm only going to call it for how I see it and for how it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have no horse in the race, so I really don't care. Which is, one, this Norbies was disrespecting this other YouTuber constantly, always on his channel, slandering him, constantly making videos disrespecting him, right? So now he's going to this person's place of work and exposing where he works and exposing his car and everything, right? Which in itself is already, a no-no. You don't go to people's, place of work and look to, fuck shit up, right? And especially if you're someone that's been disrespecting. Now, there's been several things that I've been noticing that people have been saying, right? And one of them is that what was his energy when allegedly Wack went to his, work, and, what was that energy at with this person and that person? But here's the thing, though. This is not about that individual and Wack. This is not about that individual and, Marvelous. This is not about that individual and Tony, or this is not about that individual and, anybody else. This is about Norbies and this individual. So what does Wack 100's incident or anybody else's incident have to do with what we're talking about here? And people could say, well, he didn't, take flight on those guys or nothing like that. Why do it to this guy? But see, this is the thing, though. We're not talking about those other cases, though. Like, why are we going to bring up cases that have nothing to do with this incident? We're talking about this incident and what occurred in this right here. This is not about, other incidents. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if Canelo beats, Pacquiao, and then people are like, well, what happened when Canelo lost to Mayweather? What happened? Like, you don't bring up stuff like that. It's irrelevant to what we're talking about right here. We're talking about this incident. So why are we bringing up other incidents for? Like, what does that have to do with what we're talking about here? This incident right here. This is what we're talking about. This is what happened. So what does those other prior incidents have anything to do with this, right? So that makes completely no sense of why people are bringing up that incident. We're talking about this incident right here. What does that incident have to do with that incident? Another thing is that they're acting like if this one, YouTuber was actually the one that went and provoked the fight or is looking for some street cred or is bragging about this. He's not the one that went to that person's work and place. Norbies went to his. Norbies was the one recording. Norbies was the one that instigated. Norbies was the one that wanted the attention, went to the guy's place, and got his ass handed to him. That other YouTuber wasn't the one boasting and bragging and posting and looking to get any recognition out of this incident. Norbies was the one that was doing that. You know what I mean? And he says, all I wanted to do was talk, but when you've been slandering and going at another individual, that talking stuff, nobody's that delusional. No one's going to look to talk after all that disrespecting, bro. You got what you wanted. You were saying how he's not about, how he's a little weenie, how he's, he wouldn't do nothing. You went and you found out. You know what I mean? You let your cocky and arrogance get the best of you, my boy. You know what I mean? And you learned how you were gonna learn the hard way, bro. Because I don't believe that the individual did nothing wrong. I mean, you've been disrespecting. You were saying how he's not about stuff, so you really found out. And I get it. People on the internet, boost up your confidence because they're saying how the other fool's a weenie and how he's not about nothing and this and that. But then you went and you found that in person and you realize that, yeah, you shouldn't have believed the hype. Because individuals will handle their business, believe it or not. You guys could say and think whatever you guys want. It is not going to change the facts of things, bro. There's individuals that really will handle their business, regardless if it's like, well, he only did it because this guy's not a street individual, or he only did it. It doesn't matter. He went and he found out, though. It happened already, bro. And he handled his business. You know what I mean? People could talk about the what ifs, or if it would have been this person, if it would have been, if it would have been that, it would have been this, it would have been that. What if this would have happened? Anybody could say all these, what ifs. What ifs are easy to tell. But they're not real. This incident was real. This is what happens in the real world. People may not like the individual, may hate on him for whatever reasons they choose to hate on the other individual. But at the end of the day, he did what he felt like he had to do. And like I say, he wasn't looking for no straight credibility or nothing like that, because he wasn't the one that went to the other person's, Norby's, place of residence or work or whatever, looking to, for attention. So in all true reality, he only has himself to blame, you know what I mean? He wanted that attention, he got it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I have no horse in the race. There's no reason for me to be defending anybody. This is just how I see it from my perspective. Now, people are saying that, Norby's himself said that he was going to call the cops, which in itself is stupid. You went, you provoked. What you think was going to happen? How you want to call the cops after that when you're the one that stirred up this mess? You were the one that was, kept bashing and making videos and all this and that. You went, bro, and you got what you asked for. You know what I mean? You were hoping that he would punk out and stuff like that, and while you were recording, and that way, you get to put it online. But it turned out to go the opposite way. And like I said, it's not about who wins or who loses in a fight and stuff like that. And people could be like, "Oh, I respect him for going and actually handling his business." No, because that's not what he thought was going to be happening. That's why he went over there whistling and all happy and smiling, and disrespecting other people's business because he was knocking on multiple doors. Making a scene, bro. That's nothing to be respecting somebody for. There's nothing to be commending someone going to someone's, workplace and fucking causing a ruckus, and they want to play victim after. Like, oh, he beat me up. What you think was gonna happen, fool? Shit like that is irritating, bro. Like, come on now, homie. Aren't you mean you gonna call the cops, bro? You're the one that went and was looking for this. Now you want to play victim, homie? Shh. Well, that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is irritating. It's even getting me hot. Oh, man. Nah, but truth of the matter is, bro, that he got what he wanted, bro. And now people could say he's entitled to call law enforcement. He's a civilian. He's not a snitch. He's a civilian. He's entitled. That's why you're not supposed to mess with people like that, bro. Because even though they go and they cause all this mess, then they want to go running to the cops, even though they're the ones that created the fucking problem. You know what I mean? And then like that, people seriously get hurt beyond that. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't feel like he's entitled to call the police because, he's the one that went and, that's what he wanted, bro. So, gotta chunk it up, bro. People be like, oh, well, he just wanted to talk. And then, like I said, bro, you've been disrespecting this whole entire time, bro. This was beyond talking already, bro. And you're going and you're making a scene, so it's not like you just want to talk, right? Because you're creating a scene, bro. There's only so much people could take. You know what I mean? You never know how someone's gonna react. That's why, bro. If anything, if people start talking about being bigger people about this or whatever, that he shouldn't have gone to that fool's workplace, and he should have just moved on. And, stop worrying about him. Like if that guy's not that important, not that serious, then don't worry about him. Then just go and make different content about different stuff. But nah, you want to keep poking the bear, bro, and expecting nothing bad to happen to you. It's not how the real world works. But overall, that's just my opinion. That's just how I see the matter. I feel like Norby's was 100% in the wrong right here. And he got what he wanted. He got what he was looking for, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm just saying, Shadow, we out.